Right, here are the components now. I've put them in aircraft remover and got all the paint off. They now need a blasting on the old sandblaster. So I should be getting that done later today, hopefully. This bracket is a spare bracket I have, so I will probably just clean that up and put it on eBay if somebody wants it. I'm kind of, must admit, I'm leaning towards keeping the old carburetors and not putting the new bigger ones on. Two reasons for that really. One is they're the originals, so I kind of like that. And also I would have to modify the intake manifold in order to accommodate the bigger 2 inches. Otherwise there's no point in actually putting the bigger carburetors on without modifying the manifold. Let me show you what I mean. Right, this hole here is what I'm talking about. That is obviously the same size as that there, whereas this one of course is bigger. This is 2 inches, that is 1.5 inches. So I'd have to have this cut out to be 2 inches, or I'd have to get another manifold. Taking this out to 2 inches is probably not that easy, especially with the casting. So I mean, I could end up going through there. So I've decided, I'm pretty sure, yes, I have decided to keep the original. I've just had this machined, found myself a nice machine shop locally, and he ran that through the machine for me. I've still got a little bit of corrosion here, but I didn't want him to go all the way, you know, too far down. But made it look really rather nice. Not that that matters, but I just wanted it level because obviously I'm going to be bolting it up to my nice cylinder head, which has been machined. So I figured I'd get both surfaces machined. And these, in case you weren't aware, this is where they go. They slot into that hole there, and then this one slots into those holes there, and then they link up through here to the starting carburetor. All rather clever stuff. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try an experiment with these. Actually, I'm going to do it with one top. I'm going to put it in my ultrasonic cleaner with CLR. You know, this stuff here. I saw a guy do it on YouTube. It came out absolutely brilliant. So let's get set up and see how that goes. Right, here I am set up. Now I have the CLR cleaner in this jar. This way I will only be dirtying a jar full, and that still leaves me plenty. And this is just water here. Whenever you're using one of these ultrasonic cleaners, always make sure you bring the water level up high, or whatever fluid you put in there high, otherwise you would destroy it. Now this is the carburetor top that I'm going to put in there as an experiment to see how good or bad it goes. Probably guess I'll have to put it in upside down, because otherwise I'm going to get an air bubble in there and it won't work. So let's see. Let's make sure that sinks in fully. That need a little bit more of the juice. And make sure it's completely covered. Okay. And we'll give it 15 minutes, let's say 45 degrees and 15 minutes. It is going to get noisy. Well, something's coming off of it. All right, we'll leave that for 15 minutes and then we'll come right back. Right, I have just given this 30 minutes Got it pretty clean, I must admit. It's not absolutely sparkling, but then again, you know, there are limits to what a liquid can do. Most of the stuff came off from inside there, and if you compare it to this one, you can see there is quite a difference. So now it's a case of doing this one, and then I will strip one of the bodies down and see how that goes. Wish me luck. Right, it is time to be more adventurous with these carburetors now. I'm going to strip it down and put it in the sonic cleaner, and we will see how this goes. I'm going to leave all of this gasket stuff on there just to see really what happens and how good or bad it makes it. As you know, I've already done this top one, so I'm going to put it in there again and see how it does. So right, let's get this off first of all. This little baby stripped. Nothing like a stripper. Right, put this to one side. Yeah, we'll give that a good go as well, but first I will take that needle out. If I can remember, oh, there it is, that's how it comes out. I couldn't remember. And when you're putting this back in, you must make sure that shoulder is level with the base, and that you do with a steel edge. So that is something I will be doing. I think that's... Ooh, that doesn't want to come undone. Get that off. Gosh, those washers are terrible. Obviously I would be buying rebuild kit for this anyway. Get those out of the way. All right. Whew. Come on, little brass filter. Okay. I just need something to undo that. Oh, no, I got it. I lied. All right. Okay, and take that silly, remember that's funny washer. Okay, and get the float out. Now, of course, the float will literally float. Gosh, look at that. Ugh. All right, let's drop these in. This is some nice, fresh fluid. I'm just going to leave that to float on the top. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, let's undo these screws. Ooh. Yeah, that screwdriver is a... No, it's definitely too big. Always use the right tool. My wife likes me to use my right tool and my left tool as well. That's it, one that goes into the slots. And I'm going to chuck these screws in as well. Chuck everything in. Figure it ain't going to do any harm, is it? Come on, baby. Come on, baby, light my fire. Gosh, this is in a mess. Looks like someone has painted this once before. All the brackets and that. There we go. Ooh. I hope the rebuild kit comes with new springs, but just in case. Oh, good, that went all the way in. I wasn't expecting that to. God, look at the state of that. Yeah, that's right. Did you hear that? I got a feeling that needs replacing. I ain't gonna bother putting that in. All right, we'll put that in. All right. This will have to go in separately. All right, so let's get that going. With that 15 minutes, then I'm going to have to get that. I'll get this off. Not sure how that comes off. Oh, I have to take that pin out. Alright, so I'll have to do that. Alright, let's see if can I get this in there as well? No, I don't think I can. Oh, maybe I can. Not worried about... Oh, that holds the float down. How about that? Not too worried about the needle. In the rebuild kit, it'll have a new needle anyway. Alright, I'll show you that in 15 minutes, and then we'll get this in there and see how this comes up. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Well, that sure is dirty again. Let's have a look. Yeah, that will just rinse off. And so will that. And so will that. All right. Well, the float was in there, so. Yeah, look, the bottom half got all shiny. Wow, look at that. Jeez. Really does do brass well. There's other parts in there. Let's see if I can grab something with the pliers. Not quite sure if I'm going to actually succeed here. Got something. Oh, there we go. Now that's nice and clean in there. And the outside, and yeah, look, that just rinses off, and the same in there. So give them a quick blast with water and they'll be good. Yeah, there's a lot of crap in there, so I think we'll refresh this. And actually no, let's yeah, I don't think this will fit, will it? Well, I tell you what, it's a good experiment. We'll see half of it done, and then I'm not sure how I'm going to do. I'm going to find a bigger container to put the whole thing in, but let's give it a shot. Wow, you can see the crap already. All right, back in a minute. It's had its 15 minutes. Let's have a look. Ooh, shit, that's hot. Well, I think you can spot the difference there, can't you? Look at that. That's good. Yep, that is really good. So, I've either got to find a bigger container to do that in. Or do I bite the bullet and fill the whole thing full? And if I do that, then I'm going to have to go buy some more. I've got about 1.5 gallons. Let me turn this off for the minute whilst I think about what I'm going to do. See, it's great doing it in this little container separately because you don't waste a lot. But you're limited by the size of the container you use. Now I've either got to find a bigger container, and if I can't find a bigger container, then should I just fill that up? Say to hell with it. You know, I'm cleaning the carbs, it's going to cost me, I don't know, they're 25 bucks a gallon, so I'd have to buy another one at 25 bucks. I'd be putting 50 bucks worth of stuff in there to clean it. Let me ponder this. I'll let you know what I decide. Those of you paying attention, as I always say, remember I put these pieces in as well. Look how nice they came out. And in doing this, I have, and look at that brass, man, that comes up so good. Oh, there's some crap on there, get that off. Even the spring came out looking pretty good. All right. Anyway, I've got the rest of this to do, and I've got this little beast here to do, and I've also got that carburetor to do, the starting carb, and the bracket, and blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. So I've decided I'm going to fill this full of CLR and do it that way, because I think that is the best thing to do. For the sake of a few dollars, okay, it's going to be another $25. I just think it's worth the effort. It's worth spending that kind of money just to get these nice and clean. It'll save me a lot of effort. I will be polishing the bowl, but I'm not really going to polish this because it's too awkward to do it. So that'll just stay clean. And I will, of course, polish these tops, make them look purty. All right, let's get that other carburetor apart, get the starting carb off, get this changed, and get all the pieces in there. Once I've got all the pieces in there and cleaned, then I'll show you the result. Here they all are, ready for me to start cooking them. Going to set it at 50 degrees. Just going to leave the float to float around. And let's see how clean this lot becomes. Turn the power on. Oh, plug it in maybe, that would probably help, wouldn't it? Okay, let's see if we can just do this one-handed. Okay, plug it in. Switch it on. Set at 50 degrees and 15 minutes. And away we go. You already see bits of crap coming to the surface. All right, I'm going to put the lid on this and see you in 15 minutes. Right, we have had 15 minutes. Interesting. Turn it up the other way. Let's have a look. I think it needs another 15 minutes, don't you? I mean, it's shifted a lot of the stuff, but that looks like it'll probably just brush off. Let me get a brush. What have we got here? So that was just my head falling off. Let me get a... Where's me pliers gone? Oh dear. They're right here, you dum-dum. Gum-gum-dum-dum. Let's have a look and see. Certainly appears everything is loose. And we'll probably rinse off under the tap. Let's have a look here. Yeah, that is definitely all loose and would definitely rinse off. But I'm... I almost got in the way there. I'm going to give this... actually, I'm going to give it another 30 minutes. And we'll see how it comes out after that. Should... Oh. Yes, gum-gum-dum-dum. There we go. That's better. Right. Let's turn this up to... And away we go. Back in 30. Right, it has had another 30 minutes. Let us see how good or bad these are. Looks pretty disgusting in there. Wow. Just drain that off. Drain that off. Well, I think it's looking pretty good. The parts that were painted will need to be blasted. The rest of this, pretty darn good. Time to run it under the tap, get it nice and clean. Yeah, like you see, all of that is just loose shit. And the paint, well, I guess the paint's come loose as well, but not worried about that because, as I said, the painted parts are going to be redone anyway. But yeah, everything's looking nice and clean, so time to give it all a rinse and get the rebuild kits. Once I get those, I'll show you the reassembly, but I won't be getting those for a few weeks yet. One final thing I did want to show you is look at these butterflies, how clean it got those. It really does seem to work extremely well on brass. I mean, it works good on the aluminium, but on the brass it seems to have worked particularly well. So I'm looking forward to getting these now and giving them the final clean up and then reassembling them. That will be such fun. Okay, this is the final part of this particular video, and I'm going to do some more just cleaning these little pieces out, and I want to clean this one more time, and some screws and the little plunger out of the starting carburetor. I just want to get those done, and there's no point in me showing you that. And do note I've kept them in their separate bags, so I keep everything with each carburetor that I've taken off. All right, again, thank you very much for watching the video. I do hope you're enjoying these. Please do like, subscribe, ding the bell, and if you have any questions for me, please feel free to email me at gstargarage@gmail.com. Thank you, and good night.